DJ.
I'm going to hell. What is going on, you guys? It's Extreme here, and welcome back to another episode of Road to Max Prestige, a series I do every day at 8 a.m. Pacific time, normally. I say it like that because I think today's episode might go up a little late. I'm actually recording this commentary at 3:30 in the morning on November 20th. And yes, your boy did take full advantage of the, I was going to say prestige glitch, but the supply drop glitch. Because that's what it is. It's a fucking glitch. It has to be. It just doesn't make sense that that's the, and oh my god, I'm stuttering and stumbling. It's awesome. This is going to be a great commentary. Anyways, as I was saying, the supply drop thing has to be a glitch because there is no way that they would intentionally set a mechanic that could be exploited that easily to get better stuff, you know, and the way the supply drops work and the way you get gear and things like that, double XP, all that stuff. I won't lie, I have unintentionally taken advantage of it a few times, but yeah, it's a really shitty way to get supply drops. I mean, I personally wish they would add something in to it, because right now it's so lame. There needs to be some more accurate mechanics to get supply drops. Just saying. Anyways, I don't want to make this video about supply drops. I've bitched about supply drops enough. This footage is from about, oh god, I don't know, a week and a half ago, something like that. I don't know. I have already prestiged, you guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. As of this recording, I have prestiged, and I've played a little bit since, but ultimately I had to stop playing because I wasn't able to record. I pretty much filled up my hard drive with footage, so yeah. Speaking of things, for those of you snipers out there, if you want a really decent Moors, I'm going to tell you how to get one in this very video. In fact, I'm going to tell you right now. Complete the campaign and basically earn the achievement for collecting intel. Basically, max out your exosuit. If you complete that challenge or achievement, whatever it is, you will get the more sniper rifle with better handling, which means you reload faster. So, if you want a cheap gun for all you snipers, it even comes with the ballistic CPU attachment built in, so you don't have to unlock it, which is another reason. Why am I telling you guys this? I hate snipers. I had a lot of fun playing around with it prior to stopping playing the game. Yeah, so I had to share it with you guys. So yeah. Anyways, what I want to really talk to you guys about today is my dad. And I've talked about my dad here and there. I've talked about how my dad can fall asleep standing up and a variety of weird places. I've talked about the fact that my dad is, you know, my dad, and I love him, but we have a really odd relationship, which is a nice way of saying I don't know if we actually have a relationship or if he's just there occasionally. I don't know. Bad jokes. So the thing is, I started thinking about it the other day, and I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but my dad is a war veteran. My dad did, in fact, serve during the Vietnam War. I want to make sure I said that right. He didn't serve during the bulk of the war. He didn't get that opportunity, and it was something my dad will tell you himself. He was always disappointed in. He hated the fact that he was unable to participate in this event because it was a very important event in the history of, you know, our country and of the world. And he did get to participate in the most minuscule of ways. So he always wanted to serve. He always wanted to serve during a serious conflict. So my dad was ecstatic when Operation Desert Storm was officially well, actually, let me back up here. My dad's position when he served in the Navy, it allowed him access to information that most people would not have. So he had access to intel that basically informed him that we were going to war. Lucky him. Bastard. So he had access to this intel, and he knew well before the public ever did. He also knew before many of his own fellow Navy personnel. I don't know what you call it. Fellow sailors. He knew before they did what was going on. He knew before many Marines probably even did. He knew before a lot of people did, okay? He had access to this intel, and he wasn't gonna, he wasn't allowed to share, but he did share. He shared with my mom because he knew he was going to go and fight. He knew this. You know how he knew? Because he signed up. That was the joy of my dad's position. He actually had the ability to say, I don't want to, I'm going to stay and do paperwork. You go. I'm going to stay here. No, not my dad. No. He sat there and said, where's the paper? Give me the list. Yep, and there's my name. I'm going. Let's go. He was that type of person, okay? And the way my dad looked at it, he still hadn't served this country. By my dad's definition, he had not served this nation and its people and its president, and he wanted to serve. He wanted to serve so bad. Again, my dad's definition is a little kooky, but it's my dad, and we've already established my dad's a little nuts. So, it was weird. And for me, and I want to give you guys my perspective of the whole situation. When I first found out my dad was going away, I'm thinking, oh crap, I got to deal with mom. I love my mom. I really, really do. I miss her very, very much, you guys. But my mom, that woman panicked over everything, okay? And she always panicked over my dad. Like, she would panic about my dad doing anything, because my dad would never give the full story. That was a thing. My dad was so notorious for giving half of the truth, if you will. You know, my dad would say, oh yeah, this is what's going on. In reality, the perfect example. Oh yeah, no. I only loaded the gun with one bullet. Yeah, no. The truth? Oh no, I filled the clip. I got one in the chamber. I'm gonna go spray and pray. See you a little bit. You know, that's my dad. You know, he would give you part of the story, never the truth. So my mom knew to worry anytime my dad was doing something stupid. And we all agree this was stupid. My dad wanting to go fight in a war for whatever reason. But he wanted to go. And it was his right. He chose, and he regretted that choice as far as I know. My mother was not thrilled at him for a while. But he left several days before the official campaign of Operation Desert Storm ever took place. In fact, he was actually on base for 4 or 5 days prior to the first Marines touching down in Iraq. So he was there. He was ready to go. He was on the tarmac, getting on a plane to fly out there. He was ready to go. Well, things didn't work out the way we planned it. So, by day 3, the U.S. military, you know, the Defense Department, they kind of had an idea of how things were going. And so, they started making announcements regarding, well, to at least military families. They were sending formal notices whether or not a service member had been sent to Iraq. Because there was big questions. Nobody knew, at least for the Navy. That's how it was dictated to us, is that no one in the Navy really knew what was going on. No one knew until day of. So my dad was set to leave the evening of the second day. Like, they were sending him out, they're ready to go. He was going to be in Iraq by day 3, whatever, and he was going to be fighting. Day 3 comes. Apparently someone changed the script because something happened. And the next thing I know, I'm sitting in school. And my mom literally pulls me and my brothers out of school. Doesn't tell us why. Drags our asses home. And tells us to sit down. And she's got some news for us. And we're like, okay, what's going on? More or less, the person who was sitting there listening and paying attention was me, because of the three of us, I was the only one that really understood what was going on. My other brothers, I love them, my brothers, I love them to death. I don't have other brothers, by the way, but my brothers, I love them. They didn't really get what was going on. They were both fairly young, and they didn't understand the whole situation of war and things like that. And this is before the days of Call of Duty, or very violent movies, and where war was kind of dramatized, glamorized, I guess. So we didn't really know what war was. I had a real understanding of what war was because my dad went to the extremes to explain it to me. Thanks, Dad. So I knew what was going on. I had full understanding. So there we are, sitting on the couch, and my mom starts explaining to me that my dad has, she's freaking out as she's telling me this, but she eventually says, your dad is in Iraq and he's serving our nation. And as she starts to say this and go over this whole thing, and you can see her getting choked up and teared up, I can hear the front door open. Okay, we lived in naval housing, and we didn't have any family in the area, so there should be nobody just walking into our house unless they want to meet me and a knife. I'm real protective of my family. I go to get up and check to see who the hell it is that came to the door, and I can hear grumbling and groaning. Seriously, I actually heard that. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, I know that growl. I know that grumbling. Where are you? And I start looking around, and there he is, standing at the door, pissed as all hell. My dad found out late Tuesday night, very early. Well, not Tuesday. It was like second. I always say Tuesday, but it wasn't Tuesday. But he found out late the second day that they weren't going. They weren't needed to go. We'd pretty much already won. The fight was, there was no fight. It was an ass kicking, and we won. And he was pissed about that. He wanted to go and serve. My dad does not have a death threat. He does not want to go and murder people. My dad wanted to serve, and he was looking forward to it. He was finally going to officially say he was a true veteran. My dad, God love him, he has the official title of a U.S. Navy veteran. Not just for the time served, but because he did serve during the Vietnam War. But he doesn't feel he earned that title. I love you, Dad. You're crazy. Just saying. But yeah, he was pissed, and it was hilarious. And to this day, I'm not kidding you. If you want to make an old man just get real grumpy real fast, all you gotta do is go, sir, tell me about Desert Storm. Oh my God, it's hilarious. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll be back tomorrow with another one, and I think I might talk to you guys more about my time as a Navy brat and share some more of those stories. Anyways, we'll see. Till next time, adios. In the recent update, holy God, dude, the gameplay's so much different. I'm sitting there, and before I couldn't kill anybody really easily. Now, it's funny. I'm just mowing people down, and it's insane. And I'm loving the update that just came out for Destiny. So I really want to continue that series. I just don't know what to do. Should I do some kind of like different type of editing for that show? Or should I do like a weekly episode? Should I do like a weekend only series? What should I do? That's the thing. For this week, it is going to be just Saturday and Sunday for sure as of right now.